Hey, what's up, Facebook? So I wanted to jump on here and talk about genetics. I've had this conversation a couple times this week with clients already, and I think this is kind of important for us to remember. So how much of your body shape is from genetics? And I think a lot of us, as we get older, we always want to easily find solutions, the easy way out, and we also want to find something easy to blame. It's just our natural human instinct to do that, right? So as we get older, we're like, oh, it's my genetics. That's just how I am. And I can't change it, right? So me and my client, Racy, were talking this week, and we were talking about how our eating habits really shaped our cravings as adults. So we both grew up, I believe she grew up in the Midwest, and I grew up in Idaho, East Idaho. And I always talk about my parents. There was always ice cream. And actually, I just got back from my parents this weekend. It is so hard and so different to be there and not snack like out of control snacking. So we always grew up, and it was very common for us to eat dinner, and then we would sit down and watch TV, and a bowl of ice cream was like not even unusual, like every single night. Every time we watched a movie, we would always have a big bowl of popcorn. And my mom's saying, actually growing up, was always, it's not a movie unless you have popcorn. And it was never like, the 100 calorie popcorns or anything like that. No, it was sometimes even homemade popcorn with butter melted on top of it, or it was the microwavable one with extra butter on it. It was never anything health conscious. Ice cream, definitely not health conscious, not like watching your serving size. It was a big, massive bowl. And my mom has this pantry. And just to clarify, if my mom was watching this, I'm not blaming you. Maybe my dad was part of it too, but my mom has this pantry. And like the first shelf is just covered in all cereal. And then underneath that is like bars, like granola bars, nuts. And then down underneath it is Oreos and candy. She actually has a drawer in her kitchen right now with the massive zip M&Ms with peanut M&Ms, and then a massive Oreo. Like, there's just always junk, and my mom always cooks. So growing up in that environment, I actually have very low self-control around sweets. And I don't blame my mother on that or anything like that, but I was just so used to it. So what that does as an adult is I naturally go in that direction. I feel naturally after dinner like, oh, dinner's done. Okay, now I need a sweet. Like, I have just ingrained that so much in my life and my habits that that's what I'm used to, right? So now looking at my body, that I could possibly blame my genetics if I were having troubles losing weight, right? But I took control early on. I saw those habits and I saw what it was doing. I always talk about my phase one into fitness is I was trying to outrun a bad diet, and thank goodness, because my bad diet growing up was terrible. But I was trying to outrun my bad diet because I didn't have the interest to try to moderate my food and to control it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat whatever I want and I'll just outwork it. That works for a tiny little bit. That is good for maybe vacation, holiday season, but then you have to get right back on track of it. You cannot keep outrunning your bad diet because your body's going to wear down. Your food is going to catch up with you. You can't keep up with it. And so, anyways, so you got to think about, it's more of your lifestyles that shape your body versus your genetics. What genetics are going to do are going to determine if you have maybe wider hips. And I'm talking bone structure, ladies, okay? Not all of the extra fat or the muscle. I did a webinar, my free webinar, and you saw a picture of me and my sister. We both carry our weight in our stomachs and our thighs. That's also genetic on like where you hold your weight, but not how much you hold your weight there. How much body fat you have, how much muscle, how much, like all of that has to do with your lifestyle, but where you hold on to it is possibly genetics. Okay. So I think it's really important as an adult to own up to your lifestyle and making small changes. If anyone knows me, you know I am all about the small changes. A lot of small changes can make a big impact. And oftentimes what people do wrong with their diet is they cut everything out. Okay, Allie said no more sweets. Sweets are what causes, you know, all of this weight gain. And she talks about how she had all these sweets growing up. And I'm not saying cut those out. I am definitely not saying that. Last night, I actually just had a handful of Starburst. So don't cut them out, but do not go the other way direct. Like, you have to find your happy medium between life and fitness. And because if you do cut everything out, it's not going to last. Just like outrunning your bad diet doesn't last. Okay? Your weight gain, your weight right now, your trouble losing weight has nothing to do with your genetics. It has to do with how you're approaching it. Are you making it too difficult? Is it not livable, sustainable? And find ways to make it something you enjoy. Okay? So we talked about, me and my client Racy, we also talked about how she goes hiking on the weekends, and beneficially she does burn a lot of calories, and she wears a MyZone strap, so she gets a lot of effort points from that, but she doesn't do it for that. She loves to be outside. It clears her mind from the week. She loves to be in nature, and that is important with finding something that you actually enjoy with fitness. If you absolutely hate running, then why are you doing it? If you absolutely hate working out by yourself in the gym, then don't. Get an aerobic class. Find a personal trainer. Do online classes in your living room. Like, there's so many, fitness is so crazy right now, especially with this whole COVID-19 thing. There's so many trainers out there trying to put different ways of getting fitness out to people that there's no excuse for you to be like, I can't find anything I like. And if you absolutely don't like fitness, maybe you're not ready for it. We talked about, me and my client Racy also talked about how her mom, she's trying to get her mom healthier. So her mom has some health issues. And so her and her mom would work out over the phone, like they were doing a video conferencing, and she was showing her mom some of her moves, and she's like, Mom, let's try to get you consistent. Let's do 3 times a week, you know, and you have to start out small. For someone who never works out, 3 times a week is actually a big jump. and you have to, like, baby steps is fine. I posted just yesterday, you know, like, what if you start out walking? What if you start out slow? That's fine. You're starting out because you know you're capable of more. It's the fact that you don't want to start and you don't want to do anything is because you don't care about being capable of doing more. It's those of us who drive to see more out of ourselves and we know we're capable of it to start. And I don't care where you start. But finding something that you can really enjoy is key. And being outside can really change, I think, your perspective on fitness. Fitness doesn't have to be dumbbells in a gym, grunting, yelling, and personal best, lifting super, super heavy. It doesn't have to be that. Fitness could be avid walks. It could be going on jogs with a dog, going hiking on the weekends. It could be riding your bike. It could maybe do yoga classes or aerobic classes or with a personal trainer. Strength doesn't always have to come from weights. It's just pushing your body limits to what you're capable of, doing more, a little bit more. And you might even surprise yourself. I think a lot of females, everyone always wonders, you know, why is Allie so adamant about strength training? Because I have seen it over and over and over. Women, the second they see a strength increase, you guys, I wish you could experience that moment when I hand them weight and they're like, this is too heavy. And I'm like, you got it. I'm here for you. I'll support you. I'll spot it. And you see their face when they do it. And it's just, it like lights a fire within them that's why I am in personal training. And that is why I'm also pushing strength for women, is because that lights a fire within them that wants them to do more and knows that they're capable of doing more. And then it's limitless. It's so cool to see. So a little off topic. I just kind of I had a lot of thoughts and I wanted to kind of give it out to you guys and give you some of these thoughts too, because I know a lot of people I don't even know what week or what day it is. I know it's May because it's my birthday month, but that's about it. But I just know a lot of people are kind of very sick of uncertainty in their life, working out from home. They want everything to go back to normal. I will say this, I am not thrilled about the traffic going back to normal. I really enjoyed the lack of traffic, but I just wanted to kind of offer some thoughts, some epiphanies on maybe why you are the way you are. Maybe giving you some motivation to start small. If you haven't been working out, I am doing a boot camp here in my living room. I think probably in about 45 minutes. I have no idea what time it is. I'm at 3:30. And, you know, that's why in my boot camps too, is I try to encourage you to keep moving. But I'm not there in your living room to yell at you personally. I'm there to offer you something to do, because if you don't have anything to do, then you're not going to get started. But oftentimes, if you have someone telling you what to do this, this, and this, and this, and you're done, fitness it's a lot easier to get fitness into your life. So you need to find a plan, find a program, and just start. Who cares if you're bad at it? Who cares if you can't do push-ups right off the bat? Who cares where you start? Because the second you have the strength that I see every female get, the fire will be lit and you guys will be unstoppable. Okay? So this week in my 6-week challenge, I've kind of given them a theme of no excuses, because it's week 5 in the challenge of 6 weeks. And this is when people start to die off and they're like, well, I'm not seeing the results that I wanted to, so I might as well give up. I just can't get those results. It's not me. It's not, my body's not like that. I can't eat that because my body's not like that. That's kind of like a lot of easy excuses, blaming genetics and blaming your effort. And I wanted this week to be that mentality of no excuses. We painted the house in Blackfoot all weekend, all day. We were busy, just doing a lot of little things, bent over, dipping my brush into the paint, my back hurt, but I still had this workout I wanted to do. I wanted to do that track workout, and the weekend was coming to a close, and I was like, I really want to get this in. And I was like, okay, I told the girls it was #no excuses. Okay, for me too. I'd never make you do anything that I won't do. So I was like, hey, you know what? We ate dinner. This was probably the worst idea ever. We came home, my mom had dinner ready, so we ate dinner, and then I was like, guys, I really want to do this workout. Who's in with me? My little brother, unfortunately, said he was in with me. He probably regretted that immediately. And Logan was like, no, I just ate. Logan has to have like 5 hours before he works out. He can't eat without eating too close to his workout. So I was like, all right, I don't care. Let's load up the dogs. Let's go. And I did it. And like, it was one of the best workouts ever. And it's just getting started is the hard part, I think. There's always that saying that no one ever regretted a workout, and it's true. It's really, really true. Unless you throw up in it, then you might regret it. But just get started. That's it. Don't find any excuses. Don't make excuses. Make muscle is what you should do. So I wanted to get on here and kind of talk about it. I think some of my conversations with my clients resonate with a lot of clients, and I always forget to talk about them. And I keep them to myself, and that's selfish of me. So I wanted you all to know, you know, maybe you feel like that, and just start thinking back on, you know, if you're sitting here going, why do I always want sweets? Or why do I always crave something really salty? And you got to look back on, like, how did you grow up? Is that what you're used to? Is that what you always ate? And that's what you're going to have to fight against, is years and years and years of habit. And I don't suggest ever cutting anything out, because you're just feeding the beast. And if you say no sweets, no sweets, no sweets, no sweets, eventually one day you're going to say screw it, and you're going to be caught in your pantry binging on sweets when no one's looking, and you're going to feel miserable about yourself, and you're going to feel like, oh, I can't do this diet thing. It never works for me. It's not in my genetics. I can't do it. No, it's because you went so extreme. Okay? So a couple things coming out. I do have next month, I've got a big project coming out that is going to kind of go along these lines of people who are stuck in this, I need to get back into fitness, or what I'm doing isn't working, I want more, or you want to start fitness. I do have a project coming out. I've got to keep it on the down low because things are not finalized yet. But I do have a project coming out that is going to help you. Something that you can have in your back pocket whenever, anytime in your life. You'll be able to reference it. You'll have workouts. You'll have nutritional guidelines. You'll have goals set for you. So that it's kind of meant to like restart everything and get you back into doing it sustainably and effectively. So keep your eye out for that. And I've got boot camp coming out here in my living room a little bit. So if you haven't worked out today and you're like, yep, I need a good workout, we're gonna have a fun workout today. I'm gonna do Uno workout. And if you have never done Uno workout, well, you're gonna have to show up and see what it's all about. So, okay, well, I will do my best. I will try to do better to get on here and just some of these like little chats, especially now. I think we all really need some interaction, even though I'm talking to myself in this screen and seeing some names. I think we all can kind of benefit from seeing people talk and listening to these stories and be like, oh my gosh, someone gets me. And you won't maybe feel as bad as being in a funk right now. I know so many women are in a funk right now because there's so much uncertainty. Their life was completely uprooted. There's nothing that you used to be doing that you're doing now, and you're trying to make it work, and your kids are not going back to school. We just gotta take a big deep breath. Fitness is very good for stress relief. Find something that relieves your stress and do it often. Outdoors is one of those things. If you like to go hiking or you don't know where to go, look at the app All Trails, ALLTRAILS, and you can put in how long you want to go, how hard you want it to go, and you can read reviews, you can see pictures. So if you're like, yeah, I would love that, but I don't know if my area has anything, that app is amazing. So check it out. Okay. All right. Hopefully I see you all in the boot camp. All right. Bye guys.